the little things with the people in the community that they appreciate. Just something small, so remembering how they get their coffee when they come in the morning.
You come into the door, someone says hello. You leave, someone says goodbye. They say thank you. And, that makes a big difference.
It's a fun environment. We have a lot of fun working with each other. We have fun working with the customers.
It's kind of like brother and sister almost. You're with most of these people 8, 9 hours a day, 6 days a week.
Either you're gonna like them or you're gonna leave the job because, you know what I mean? Rockies originally started about 30 years ago, right around the corner actually.
It started by a gentleman named Rocco Cambereri back in the early 60s. Rockies came from his first name, Rocco Cambereri.
It used to be where the Country Deli is, and it was moved over here.
So he ran that business from 61 to 66 next to the firehouse, and from 66 until 1980 at this location.
And then in 1980, Rocco sold his store.
Rocky passed it on to his son, who's Tom Cambereri, the ex-mayor of Ossining, and then Tom and Greg shared it, and Greg bought Tom out a couple years ago.
We got a nice boss. We make good money, benefits, and it's a lot of fun.
I've been working here at the deli for just over 6 years now.
I did the cases when I was like 12, and I worked here the summer before I went away to college, and after that.
I've been working here about 11 or 12 years.
I've stayed here, for 9 years. Boss treats you well.
We do our best to try and take care of the employees in the sense of a reasonably good salary.
I try to pay them a little bit better than perhaps the rank and file delis in the area. I provide benefits and some perks and compensation. And I try to treat them like my equals.
So our employees, although they're at maybe a deli, which might not seem the most prestigious, the fact that it's Rocky's Millwood Deli, which is pretty well known in, across the county and if not the state, and then sometimes out of state even, it gives them a sense of pride to be here.
Since we started actually selling T-shirts, a lot of the youth come in and they buy T-shirts, and even older people will buy some T-shirts and everything. And it's amazing how much of a conversation starter it is.
A lot of people around this area know of Rockies. They don't go here, they know of it.
Tim Robbins, the actor, has a T-shirt.
This was taken, I believe, in Delaware, and a gentleman who was a customer here was on vacation visiting some family members, and he was wearing his Rocky's Deli T-shirt, and so it happened to make the newspaper.
He told me the story as he's sitting there playing with his grandson. People are coming up to him and saying, "Oh, Rocky's Deli up in New York?"
I was in Florida one time on vacation and somebody seen me. I know you from somewhere. We always get that. Even up in LaGrange, the girl was like, I know you from somewhere. And I was like, well, I'm from Westchester, I don't know. He's like, I know you. And then finally I was like, well, I work at Rocky's. Oh, that's where I know you. I see you there all the time.
That's a signed picture of Robert Redford. And he did that for us because he was shooting a movie in the vicinity. And their crew, or his crew, came in several days, nights, all times, got all their food, and he was so happy with the service we provided that he said, I'm going to do something for you.
A long time ago, we had one of our softball players on a TV series called Riptide, and they actually were allowed to wear one of our baseball caps on the show. And they took a clip from the show and put it on the previews before every show. So every time the show came on, there was a robot involved in the characters in the program. He was wearing the Rocky's Deli hat, and so people saw this on national TV once a week. People would come in and say, "Oh, we were watching Riptide last night. We saw the robot had a hat just like yours." And we said, "No, that was our hat. That was our hat."
We had a lot of activity when Vanessa Williams became Miss America, so we had a lot of reporters coming in and interviewing us and asking us about that.
So it's nice. It's nice to be involved in a place like that, where everybody knows you, and they know the reputation of us putting out quality food and fast and quick services. It's, I think, what really people are looking for.
Greg has a dedication to keeping this place open when nobody else is open.
One of the ways in which the Rockies has gained its notoriety, that people are there's a constant flow of people.
Now I'm about over 13 years with the door never locked. Never.
The snowstorms were open, no electric, we're open, no power, we're open. Greg gets generators, the lights. I mean, we never close.
And they appreciate it. We're open on all the holidays. Customers come in and they're just grateful that we're here. They're grateful they can get their milk or their eggs or something they need to cook, to use.
Basically, you can get anything you want, any time of the day or night.
We can go over about 1,600 customers a day in the busy season. That's in a 24-hour period. Out of that 1,600, they're here once or twice a week. Some are here 5 days a week. Some are here once a month. The day shift has the most customers, and that can get up to 1,000, maybe a little bit more. And then you can go 200, 300, 400 on the evening shift, and a couple hundred on the overnight shift, depending on what night of the week it is. When you're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for the last 11 years or so, that's how the word travels. And if you put out a good product, you give good service today, people are happy with that, and they like that.
Try to be polite and courteous with our customers and just give them good service. Try to keep coming back. That's what mom and pop places are all about. I mean, everybody's close here. When you work behind a counter that's small, you got to be close to the people you work with, otherwise you're gonna have problems.
I'd like to think they stay because of, somewhat because of the environment.
We got a lot of people who are open-minded and who like to have a good time while they're working.
I couldn't work here if there weren't, a sense of community or brotherhood or anything.
I guess it makes them feel like they want to stay. They're a part of a good thing.
Well, we all work well together. Usually about once a year, the West Point cadets come down. They come down in 3 bus loads, and they jump off with like 60 or 70 guys in each bus. And, they come in. So in a time like that where it's packed, and you have your regular staff, everyone tends to pull together.
They wouldn't be here as long as they are if it wasn't a pleasant place to work. A lot of them have befriended each other. They'll do things together. They'll go out perhaps dancing or go out for a beer some of the times. They'll help each other when a staff member loses a family member in death. Many of them will attend the wake or the funeral.
I go out with a bunch of guys all the time, We meet up, we hang out. We spend 7, 8, 10 hours a day together just talking, hanging out.
A lot of the guys go out. They go out dancing and stuff. They have fun.
I love my staff. Rockies is nothing without employees. That's how I operate. Even though I own the store and I have to make a lot of decisions, I depend very much on my staff. They're the ones who are on the front line. They deal with the customers. They keep customers happy. They keep customers coming back.
Some of our employees have actually babysat, dog watched, house sat for some of our customers because of the bonds that they formed here in the deli. We make an effort to learn their names. We have them right on our shirts, so they know us almost immediately by name. And I think that makes them feel a little more comfortable at home, like a mom and pop's type of situation, which there aren't, in my opinion, a lot of stores of any kind that are like that anymore.